Hi guys, so here's a great myofascial release and nerve release a routine that you can do that will help with recovery, and it will help with bringing back flexibility and comfort. It will help warm up from deeper activated movements when you're doing your training, and it will help if you have neck, shoulder, back, hip, knee and feet issues. It's an amazing routine that I can't recommend highly enough. It's definitely helped me a lot to reduce a lot of pains that I've had through just doing yoga, and incorporating this type of movement has changed my practice. So the first one we're going to do is a neck release. It's an ulnar nerve release. So you're going to place your hand here, up, and from here you're going to look away and turn your hand away, and you're going to feel the stretch run all the way along right to the end of your hand. It's an ulnar release. You can change your hand movement a little bit to play and get different depth, and then you come back and you release again. I can really feel it all the way along. So from the side, sitting up tall, placing it in, hands down towards your neck, fingers pointing down towards your neck, and releasing out. And you would do about 10 nice and slow and controlled, maximum 5 maybe to start with. Because it's to do with nerves, we have to take it gentle. So on the other side, you'll feel a different release. And because it's to do with nerves, 10 could actually be too much for people that have neck or sensitive bodies or have been recovering from an injury. So it's really important to listen to your body, stretch out, move your hand around, find what works for you. Okay, once you've done 10 on each side, we then come to a neck movement. Okay, so we're going to just open our head up and back. So it's not this, it's lifting up and back, just through keeping the head in the same alignment. So most people do this, but what we want to do is this. Almost come to a double chin at the end, and you do around 10 repetitions. For beginner movements, you might just do this, because if you go too far, you drop back like this. So you might just start small, again slow and controlled. From there, we're going to work our way to releasing our lats and into all the muscles up in the arm and all the way down the side body. You're going to put it through here. Lats and serratus are definitely going to get the major release here. Okay, you're going to lie on it. You'll know when you have it. It will be intense. Your hand comes down into it, and you're going to rock back and forth, and link up. 2. Back and forth, link up. Okay, so what you're going to find, you may need to move around with your legs and your arms to get the right intensity, so it's not elbow in and out too much. And you're going to find a super release, particularly those who are weightlifting, swimming, ball sports, have neck and back and shoulder issues, wrist issues, elbow issues. Doing 10 to 15 on each side. I'll just swap sides so you can see another angle. Again, placing here, lying on it. Okay, so you can see from this angle. Elbow comes in. Okay, from here, 1, 2, 1, 2, out, 1, 2, 1, 2, out. You can slow it down if you want to. If you find that the pressure is moving off, you can move around and find like this, and then just replace it back into a new position where you feel more intensity, and then continue on. Okay, at first this is going to be super intense, but over time you're going to find a huge difference in your body movements. So from there we're going to release our chest, we're going to come down, placing this across the chest here, okay, and your arm is going to come out to the side here, just at shoulder height, and you're going to circle across and back, okay? So your other hand is in a push-up type of position when you're from low, and you'll do 5 reps here. Then you will bring your arm up, and you'll do 5 reps again with your arm slightly higher, okay? You'll feel a different type of pressure. And then again, you'll bring your arm slightly higher again and do the same movement, okay? So you can see how we're working around and down the full body. So I'll show you now from the front. So it comes into the chest. Each one I would recommend a minimum of 5 repetitions for all these exercises. Other hand is here, and you're rotating across, keeping your head forward actually, okay, is the best point of view. From here, then I take my arm higher and do exactly the same movement. And then I take my hand one higher and do exactly the same movement. For me, these movements have really helped also with my handstand practice and my deeper back bends to not be sore in the elbows and wrists and shoulders. From there, you're going to grab a block and you're going to place this in 3 segments. 1, 2, and 3. Mind you, you can use a book and watch as the block. Sometimes in the balls, the peanut or the balls that you're using tend to sometimes misalign and they go for a ride and you fall off. So lying down, this is opening up your thoracic. You're going to do 5 reps in each section. From here, lift up. 1. Almost like a crunch. Down. 2. Nice and slow and controlled. 3. And you would go all the way to 5. Then you would come and move up the body a little bit. Okay? Find your place. This is where it starts to move a little bit. So lean back and 1, 2, again all the way to 5. So one is at the bra line, one is just under the chicken wing, so the shoulder blades, and the one is just over. So then the last one, which I always find the hardest to find stability in keeping the ball on the block. Okay, the peanut. And that's part of the process of having fun. So 1, 2, all the way to 5. So now we're going to move down to our hips. And then move into here, okay? And the first movement we're going to do is going to put it in here. We're going to lie across on the peanut. You're going to feel that, okay? Slightly off to the side here. You're going to bend this leg and the other leg is straight. You're going to bring it to the side here and then up. To the side and up. To the side and up. And you do 15 repetitions. Once you've done the 15 repetitions, you bring the leg straight and you lift up and down for 15 repetitions, okay? All the way up and down. It's a very intense movement. So you can see what my legs are actually doing. Coming onto the peanut. From here, I'm lifting this leg up, where the one that the peanut's sitting on. I'm going to bring my leg out to the side and back. Out to the side as deep as possible and back. And again, you'll do that for the 15 repetitions. And then you'll bring it here and lift up for 15. You can roll around a little bit if you feel like you have more intensity somewhere else. From that, we're going to go deep into the psoas. You're going to place it here, where your hip bone is, just inside of it, where your belly button is, in between the two. You're going to utilize a block. You're going to lie on that spot and you're going to just do a simple leg lift. But when you do that simple leg lift here, it releases, and it's also very, very intense. And you'll do exactly 10 to 15 again, up to you, where you sit. Again, swapping sides, same thing, lifting up and down. If you want to take it with a little bit more intensity and depth, you can come up into a cobra type of position. Once we've done that, we're going to come down and work on the side area. So we're going to place, you have two options here and here. Okay, so we're going to place it here first. Okay, you're going to come onto it here like this. Okay, and from here you're going to lean back, bring your legs straight, and you bring it up. It's going to release all your hip area, and back, up and back. And you're going to do those 15 repetitions to 10 repetitions just like this. The more you come in, the more I feel it. It might change for you, it might be out. You have to listen to your body. And then you'll lift it up for the 10 to 15 repetitions, just like this. Okay, so from the front, just so you can see the leg angles. Sometimes it's easier to comprehend, so I'm lying on my side slightly, but not too much. And you're bringing it up and back, up and back, okay? Up and back, just like this. Really squeezing in, keeping on the side nodule. And then you'll straighten it out and lift up. Might be a slight turn out with your feet. You can try also turning your foot in and getting a different movement so you can utilize that. From there, we're going to put it now this way, which I showed you before. Exactly the same position, except you come into a clamshell position here, and you keep this leg at the top, and you lift this leg up and down for the 15 repetitions or 10 repetitions that you're doing. Nice and controlled, trying to get in nice and deep. So again, from here, down here, and then lift up. Preferably, if it's best, if you can come deep to this depth, but some of you may prefer up. Okay, and really deep opening, try and get that knee towards the ground. Okay, really great release after you've done a leg and glute workout. From there, we're going to open up into the inner thigh area. 5 repetitions of each, similar to the arm movement when we were doing this. So you're going to have the placement here, here, and here. And you're going to come onto this into a frog, half frog position. Other leg is straight, and you're going to extend out and back to the 90. Okay, out and back. Then once you've done your 5 repetitions here, come here and do your 5 repetitions, releasing now the middle part of the inner thigh. And then finally, you place it down just above the knee, place your weight into it, try and keep leaning forward. You should really feel this. Great for opening up the transverse splits or frog position, also the groins after you've been utilizing them so much. So from the behind, so you can see the legs, I'm putting it up on the top area towards the groin. This is at a 90 degrees, the other leg is straight, and my body's facing straight, it's not opening up like this. And then all I'm doing is opening and closing the knee joint, okay? Putting the pressure on the block. And then after 5 repetitions, moving it out into the middle section. Again, nice weight evenly dispersed as best as possible when you have a leg a little bit higher. And then finally coming down here releasing out. Okay, just above the knee. 5 repetitions of each. Now we're going to do a sciatic nerve release. You're going to lie on your back. It will be about 10 repetitions. You will have one leg bent. The other leg will be here. When it's pointed, it will be here, okay? And when it's flexed, it will be here. You can straighten out your leg too if you prefer. I prefer straight with the flexibility. So flex your foot here, hold your knee into your chest, and point, and back, and point, and back, and point, and back. And you will do about 10 repetitions, okay? So really pointing and extending and back. For some of you, it may look more like this, here, and then here, and then here, and then here. So the same motion, leg straight or bent, really push that leg down if it's straight. Here, squeezing in, and then from here, flexing, and then pointing, and then flexing, and then pointing, okay? For the 10 to 15 repetitions, okay? Great sciatic nerve release, one I really love to use. From there, we're going to finally do the last release, which is in at the calves. All you're going to do is place your peanut or your lacrosse ball on the gastrocnemius, the soleus area. You're going to work around a few times and place pressure for a minute. To add extra weight, you will lift up and place your foot down a little heavier. And you can move around a little bit until you find that really intense spot, okay? This is really good for plantar fasciitis too, okay? And then you will swap sides. You may do it in a few areas, so you may do it here like this. And then you may find that you want to turn it and do it, for example, turn it this way and do it off slightly to the side here like this, okay? Instead, and get the outside or the inside, okay? So you play with that and see where the intensity is. You can keep your bottom on the floor, and if it's too intense, you don't have to put your other foot on it. And if you want to, finally, to release your feet, you can stand on this and roll back and forth, moving your foot over both balls, okay? If you've got a peanut, or you can simply use one ball, which is ideal as well. And you can also use the peanut this way to really get into the arches. And another option to work on the curve when people are working on flexibility of their foot and the curve is gripping it with your toes and rolling down and putting your toe under and getting a nice firm flex at the front of the foot. So this full body release will make a huge difference done regularly. I hope you enjoy. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and share it with your friends. It makes a huge difference to be able to look after your health, but it's not just yoga, it's not just fitness, it's all encompassing. Have a great day. Namaste.